Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm out here alone, checking out the river again. It's been low. Last time we were out here it was super low as well. So I think I'm going to check out some of that bedrock, or I might check out this little area right here. See if there's not anything that I can break up. If not, there's a couple of promising spots down below as well. Move a little further up here. This stuff looks a little better. Some material on it, big rock right there. Might be able to move some of that and dig some of this up. I'm gonna give some of this stuff a test pan. Try to move this rock too, and then get this one after. Pretty hefty rocks. This one looks kind of small, but it's kind of wedged in there. It's hard to get pulled out. I also don't want to get my hands. Don't want to get my hands trapped under there, especially being by myself. That would not be fun. I think that was proper form. I'll ask my gym buddy later. Probably tell me I'm arching my back too much. Let's see. What material we have. I'm gonna try to be better this time than I was last time about trying to see the gold. Let's see. I'm not doing any better. You can see a piece right there. Little flat poop. A couple little pieces up top too. Alright, so I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna eat some of my tomatoes, some of my peanuts, hydrate, and then I'll get back to it. So for now, I'll sit you guys down. You can listen to the river, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I have something to show you. We got this little guy making his way up the mountain. But he made it to the top. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Just finished eating my tomatoes, so I'm gonna clear out some of these big rocks and dig this spot off all the way down to the bedrock and see if there's any nuggets waiting for me down there. we can get out of this pan. Look for them nuggets. I've never found a nugget, but it is cool to look at the rocks that are in this. Sometimes I'll find like coins and stuff that'll get stuck in here because of the size. So, always worth a try. So I was heading back up the river, and I came across this little crevice that I worked. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. I was able to get a bigger chunk out and work some of the material. It's like pretty good color. I didn't get any big pieces, put a lot of little color in there. I'm gonna put my finger right there. Some little pieces, and then I got this little piece of copper wire as well. Pretty heavy piece of copper. So I think I'm gonna do one more pan of this stuff, try to break up a little more of this crevice, and then if I don't get any more than these pieces, I will head back up to the top. And that'll probably be the last section of this video, so hopefully we can end off with some good gold. So I was telling you I'm not a big fan of spiders. Had my head right here, just looking over. I don't know if you can spot it from here, but there it is. I mean, they're probably not a big threat to me, kind of just being a baby about it, but they're almost like a little exclamation mark when they're sitting on a rock. So I'm going to try to move that guy and then clean that out and show you guys the pan. I'm going to try to transport this little guy. Come here, get on the shovel. Get on the shovel, okay. Up the rock, up the rock. There he goes. They're pretty cool. I guess they're cool creatures. They're really not bothering anybody. I'm bothering him. He is a better rock climber than the frog for sure. But I like my frogs better than I like those guys. I'm not sure what kind of spider it is. If you guys know, let me know. But I'm gonna chase him away. He's probably gonna come back and get me. So I got this rock out right there. Looks like a pretty good spot. A lot of that orange clay. I'm gonna try to clear out some of those bedrock pieces and then dig deep in that hole and see if we can get some gold. I did find this quarter, pretty old quarter. It's got, this is rusted. Can't tell what the date is on it. Maybe I'll rinse it off and look really quick. So I just did a test pan from up there in the bedrock. The material looked pretty good. So did that first pan. Look at the gold. First pretty good gold of today. That one bigger piece right at the end of my fingertip right now has a little bit of thickness to it. Not bad. Let me snuff that up and then we'll hit that spot for the rest of the time. So hopefully I can put this into the end of the video. Should get some gold, good gold from that spot. I'm excited about that piece right there. Alright, let's get back up there and get some more gold. Alright, so I'm gonna keep digging that same spot right here. Like I said, the bottom of this crevice was just straight clay. There's not a lot left. A little bit of that dark clay down there. I think I can do that whole crack right there. Maybe try to work some of this stuff. I already saw a few pieces in this pan from this section right here. I think it was from this section, still the one on the left. It had most of the clay in it, but let's look through it together. Yeah, some popping up on the corner there. A couple good pieces there. Another piece right there. Alright, not bad. That was good though. I think most of that from the first pan came from this crack, as I was saying, so I think I need to look for some more of that clay that was at the bottom of that. Not so much some of these gravels. Let's see if we can find another spot. I keep finding these nails on this pocket. I found 2 so far. Found them in this kind of crevice down here, so I'm gonna do this pan and clear out the rest of that crevice. I know I'm gonna find gold in here. It's just a matter of how big it is. Let's hope we get a picker. We got a little bit of gold here. A little fly poop right there. A little fly poop next to that piece of lead. I also got a little pellet right there. It's pretty heavy, so I'm getting heavy stuff. Not big gold there, but I think I'm gonna try to work that crevice this way under this rock. Maybe back a little bit, clean it out a little better. This might be my last pan. Unless I get a nugget, I'll probably call it after this one. This will probably be the last pan. So this should be the last pan I do, unless I get some good gold out of it. And then I might do a couple more. A little tiny piece. Couple tiny pieces popping out of the side right there. Those 2. Another one popping out at top. That one right there. A couple more fly poops up in the corner. Not a bad pan. Bunch of little guys, but the quantity definitely adds up. Probably gonna fill that spot back in, fill in some of that. Someone else worked this area up top there. I was gonna try to fill some of that in before I leave. But this big rock, I don't even know if I can move that one. So let me do a really quick cleanup for you guys. I'll clean up everything I've gotten from today and show you what we got. I think I was out here for a few hours, I think 3 hours, but it's time to go get some food. Alright. Just put the rest of that those few little fly poops in here. So let's clean this thing out and see what we got for today. I have to use both hands for this. Horrible day. So I can prop this up and show you guys what we got. So everything up here. Few fairly chunky pieces from the other spot over there. This is that little piece of copper wire that we found. And a couple other pieces of lead there. So overall, not horrible. Definitely had better days, but now I know that this little creek right here has some good gold. I'll work that little section, probably work that crevice all the way over here. But I'm gonna call it a day for now. Thank you guys for watching. If you stayed this long, please like and subscribe and leave me some comments if you guys have any questions about what we're doing out here on the river, or if you want to get into the hobby. Thank you.